and welcome to AStonesThrowAway. I do intuitive stone reading. If you need intuitive tarot reading, go hit up Passion Water Tarot. Tell her Tasha sent you and she says hi, Mama do. I'm going to start us off. This will be the November 30th through December 3rd, Monday through Thursday reading for Leo. I'm going to start us off with an affirmation reading from Louise L. Hayes, You Can Heal Your Life affirmation kit. Hope everyone's doing well. Has had a good Thanksgiving. And while I shuffle, let's see what astrology has in store for you this week. There's not a whole lot going on, but on the 30th we have a full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini. I know, it's a mouthful. The full moon usually brings things to fruition. The lunar eclipses bring unexpected endings. That it's in Gemini brings us that we're going to be recognizing self-defeating patterns. That wants to be your card. And revealing secrets. The revealing secrets is extra interesting because the next day on the 1st, Mercury is going into Sagittarius, which means everyone's going to lose their filter. I'm a Sagittarian. I don't have much filter to begin with. So, everyone's going to be spilling everyone's secrets because no one's got any filter. So that ought to be interesting. I expect a lot of broken relationships and broken friendships. That should be fun. As I say yes to life, yet life says yes to me. Life mirrors my every thought. As I keep my thoughts positive, life brings me only good experiences. And that one's popular today. So, as I said, I do intuitive stone reading. This is my map. These are your relationships. That is your love life, your friends, your family, co-workers, anyone that is important to you. I usually have another word I use there. I've just completely blanked on it. Fibrofog. This is you. These are your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your state of mind, whatever you're working on, how people perceive you, how you want to be perceived. Those are two completely different critters, I promise. Anything that is you intrinsic. These are your challenges. These are your stepping stones and your stumbling blocks. These are the things that are not going exactly as planned. You know what those things are. You know how they go. The things that are unexpected. The things that pop up. Things that make you cuss. Give you sleepless nights. So, anything closer to the center of the circles are things that are more important, closer in time, closer in space, more on your mind, closer in relationship, often in the relationships part, or more inside your house rather than outside your house. If they're for closer to this outside of the circle, then they're going away or coming in. They're either further away in time, further away in space, further away in your thoughts, or they're just less important. Anything outside the circles and above the midline are things that you know, but you're ignoring. They're trying to get your attention. Anything outside the circles and below the midline, you know, but you don't really know you know. They're subconscious thoughts, they're hunches, they're those little niggling things in the back of your mind that you know, but you don't really know. They're like right on the tip of your tongue. They're your instincts. If it falls completely off the board, then it's a bolt out of the blue. You had no clue it was coming. So, without further ado, Leo, let's pull our stones. I've got my eyes closed. Now remember, these are generalized readings. They don't always jibe for everyone. If you're not feeling this one jibe for you, go hit up your moon sign and your rising. If that still doesn't jibe for you, and you have a partner that you're very, very close to, someone that people say, oh man, I just don't know where you begin and they end sometimes. Go check their sun, moon, and rising, because sometimes those energies do kind of mingle, and it gets hard for us to tell where one ends and the other begins, okay? If it's still not jiving, if none of those work for you, then maybe it's not your week. Beautiful thing about YouTube. It makes time fluid. as my mother likes to say. It lets us transcend time. I'm doing this in November. You may have found one of my videos from February and said, oh man, that's exactly how my week is going. That is right on the nose to my situation. Or someone in March may find this one and say, that's it. That's exactly it. Well, that's when they needed to see it. You find the reading when you need to find it. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. When the querent is ready, the reading appears. So let's see what the stones have to say to us today, Leo. All right, Leo. Leo? Leo, you need new glasses. I'm sorry. That was my first thought. Because this is you, right? This and this are both stones that are telling me that there's a very distorted view going on here. And the fact that they are not connected to anything else tells me that they are distorting everything else. Okay? You are not seeing anything clearly. You need to sit and rethink everything, Leo. Nothing is being seen clearly. Nothing. And there are some stones in here that are going to explain why in just a few minutes, okay? You've got a kid or several kids on your mind. There's some money matters on your mind and some others that you're kind of that you've kind of forgotten about, that just have fallen by the wayside, it feels like. There's someone who is your rock. This feels like a female for some reason. I don't know why. Usually that stone doesn't have a gender, but for some reason right now it feels like a female. There's a rock in your situation, someone who's solid and always there for you. Don't forget she's there. Really, it does feel like a female. Over here, if I've said it once this week, I've said it 1,000 times. Leo, you, along with most of the other people in the world right now, are going through a transformational time. It's one of those seasons, honey. Okay. And it is the perfect time to do your shadow work. Can everyone tell I'm getting a little tired of saying that? I told my mother earlier that if I saw that stone one more time, I was throwing it out the window. Do your shadow work. Okay? Your shadow work is intrinsic to this transformational period that you're going through. I cannot stress that enough. They're laying on top of each other. Okay? The shadow work is the work where you work through your grief, work through your anger, work through your fear, work through your doubts, work through your depression. You process all those emotions that we don't like to acknowledge, the ones we tamp down and paste a smiley face over. Okay? You have to work through them. You can't just keep repressing them. You really can't. And I feel like a lot of them are anxiety because I'm sitting here picking at my thumbnail. Okay? You have to work through those. And it's over here with challenges and with things you're forgetting. Don't forget them. Don't repress them. And with challenges and forgetting, it feels like you're repressing it. Don't repress it, Leo. That is bad for you. It's bad for give you indigestion, honey. Don't do it. Okay? It's bad. It'll come up in horrible, horrible ways you don't want. Okay? Do the shadow work. Let the transformation happen. Up here, and the rest of your challenges, because that's a biggie. You've got a new skill or a new work that's causing a lot of trouble for you. It's really hard. Don't worry, it'll smooth on over, okay? Just keep plugging away at it. You're feeling super overprotective, or you're feeling like you need protection, but I'm feeling like you're feeling super overprotective because I know a few Leos and that's how they are. Leos hardly ever feel like you need protection. You're also feeling super jealous of someone. The little green-eyed monster is in there. You need a rest. And you need to relax at home. And you see this. You know you see this, but you're ignoring that. There's some old issues. And you're ignoring those too. Over here in your relationships, there is an older individual, but it's not too old. It's like a... Okay, when I say... Okay, what I mean is there's someone between the ages of 15 and 30. Okay? So it's not a child. It's not an older person. There's a youngish adult who has made a very bad... Who there's been a very bad decision made about. Or who has made a very bad decision. And they're going to need your help. Okay? They're going to need your help bad. And you, honey, there is an aunt type figure who may have recently come in just a lot of money, who needs some rest and relaxation. Maybe suggest to her to go take a vacation, or a staycation at least. I know vacations are not really a thing, especially since if you're in America, you're not really welcome in another country right now. But anyway, that's a lot to unpack. The Tiger's Eye is a stone of strength and protectiveness, and it's telling you to stay strong. This is a time of turmoil for everyone, especially for you. Transformations are never easy. So, there's a lot going on here. You're not seeing anything clearly. That's our main problem. That is the central problem in this mess. Because I don't think... I have a feeling you're not going to recognize a whole lot of what I just said. Because you're not seeing anything clearly. Maybe I helped clear some of it up. I don't know. Let's see if some of these stones will help clear something up for me. See if anything tingles. I do this all blindly, by the way. I close my eyes when I reach into the box. Okay, yeah. You're not seeing anything clearly because of old issues. There's also a hard-to-love loved one over here who is going to have some more issues. And that is definitely a work situation. You're learning something new at work. That's something your old hat at. So, okay, sum up. You're not seeing anything clearly. You need to see clearly. And you've got to do your shadow work and let the transformation happen. And tell that aunt or whatever that is to go on vacation or something. And help this younger person who needs to get out of that bad decision they've made. I have a feeling it's a relationship. That age range, it's always a relationship. Alright, let's pull 3 cards, see if we can't bring some clarity to the situation. A place to focus. And a possible conclusion. And remember, when doing divination, these are always possible conclusions. If any reader ever tells you that something is set in stone, that this is the conclusion that is going to happen no matter what you do, you throw their cards in the face and you walk away. They're lying. Okay. Well, there's 2 of your cards. And the 3rd. All right. First card is the Hermit. Self-knowledge. That's what we're dealing with. You're not seeing clearly. You need to do shadow work. Going through a transformation. You're learning new things. You need a rest. This is all self-knowledge and self-care. King of Swords for your where to focus. Focus on your passions. Focus on where your passions lead you. What's your end game for your passions? Page of Wands reversed. He's gone a great distance to find knowledge. Reversed, I think that means that you don't have to go a great distance to find your knowledge. Your knowledge that you need is right at home in you. So, if you liked any of this, if anything resonated, if you just liked the way I said it or want to hear more, remember to hit that bell, hit subscribe, give me a like, leave me a comment. I promise. YouTubers thrive on comments. If you like any YouTuber, please leave them a comment. I also do personal readings. Those are quite a bit more in depth. The information is down below. I do much better whenever I'm doing specific questions rather than general. The stones respond much better to them, I promise. And remember, you know, life's for the living, y'all. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Stay safe. And if you do something I wouldn't do, don't get caught. Y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all later for the weekend readings, and stay safe.